Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers of all ages, welcome to YouTube. My name is C-Raptor, and today I'm going to share with you a little tip for leveling up your classes a little quicker in Hell Let Loose, something that I've been doing of lately. And it's kind of an old trick in the sense of everybody more or less knows about it, but the execution I find for this is much easier because I can just do it at the start of a match and then get on with my game. I don't need my commander, I don't need my squad leader, I don't need anything but to be left alone, and I can build nodes in my spawn area at the start of a map. So let's talk about why you would want to do this. For starters, if you haven't played Hell Let Loose, you should know by now that all the actions you take in a game will accrue you points for the various classes that you are playing. So example, every kill that I get while playing an automatic rifleman, I get a little bit of automatic rifleman XP. This also counts for support points. It's very, I won't say it's easy. It's faster to level most of the support classes, by which I mean the actual support guy here or, say, engineer. Okay? So, because, once you want laying of supplies, running trucks, driving trucks, building things, all of these things generate support points. Those support points translate very quickly into XP. So it's a kind of a known thing that if you spawn in a game as an engineer and you build some nodes, right, to generate resources for your commander later in a match, and then you change classes, the support points you accrue over the course of that match will then go to whatever classes you're playing, not the class that you were when you built the node. So what I'll do to make this easy is I will spawn in, pick an HQ spawn, it doesn't matter. I like to pick one away from whichever point is, so there's like less likely that somebody's going to be there. And I'll spawn in. Put my supplies down and redeploy. Now this wastes 20 seconds. Now, all in, this entire evolution from the time that you put your supplies down right there to the time you finish building your second node should take less than 3 minutes. So at the start of a match, you can do this literally probably before your team has people on the center cap when a map opens, especially if it's a warfare map. So now that I've redeployed, I'm going to change to my engineer. I need to make sure I pick an engineer loadout that can build things. And we're going to redeploy back to that HQ spawn. Doing this at HQ saves you some time because HQ spawns are very fast. So there's my supplies. So I'm going to come over here. And the first thing, it's important, the first thing you want to do is lay down a manpower node. This is important, okay? The reason for this is it's a little known trick in Hell Let Loose that walking within 50 meters of a manpower node will automatically shave off half of the respawn of your supplies. So if normally the respawn on your supplies is 5 minutes, but once you do this, it's now 2.5. And I'm already getting credit for time accrued. So the 30, 40 seconds I spent redeploying counts towards my 5 minutes, then bam, it adds 2.5 minutes, and now I'm probably under 2 minutes till my supplies are back. Before I leave my engineer, I'm going to lay down another node. I tend to lay down fuel these days. It depends on the map, but generally because vehicles have gotten so expensive and things like half tracks are so critical, fuel is where I typically will go for my second node right away. Now I'm going to redeploy again. A little bit of thumb twiddling here. This is not exciting, but again, if you're doing this at the start of a match when there's literally nothing else going on anyway, you're not missing anything, and you're getting nodes down before the barricades even drop, well, at least one node down before the barricade even drops to allow people to advance out into the middle of the map. All right, so we've done that. Come back as a support guy. Pick my same spawn in. And my supplies are not quite ready. It looks like I'm going to have to wait about 10-15 seconds. This is normal. Usually, like I said, it takes about 3 minutes for the full evolution, 3 to 4 minutes. And then you can have 2 nodes down very quickly. But you do generally find yourself having to wait on your supplies to come back up here when you come back to the supply guy after you've laid down your nodes. There they are. Supplies are ready. Dump them on the ground. Pull up my hammer. Finish building the node that I laid out as an engineer. What does this take? 10, 15 seconds? 10 seconds probably. It's not too bad. And then bam, there we go. Just like that, I have 2 quick nodes up. I'm ready to go. And by now, the match is 3 or 4 minutes old, especially if, again, if I've done this at the very start of a match, I've got 2 nodes down. I can probably spawn on my new OP up with my squad, shoot things for a little bit, and then once my supplies come back up, I can come back here and drop a 3rd node, or maybe another engineer will have picked it up by then. But the bottom line is these 2 nodes are now ticking and will give me support points for whatever class I choose to go play, whether that's automatic rifleman because I'm trying to get to my FG42, or assault because I'm trying to unlock my grenadiers up at level 6, or whatever, right? Any class you play after that, these support points will then tick up and give you XP in that class. It's always known, right, that you could do this. This was a known trick, but most people will they'll ask the commander to spawn a supply truck. They'll drive the supply truck out because you can't drop supply crates usually in your spawn area except on offensive maps, right? So on a warfare map, you can't drop supply crates this far back. You have to do this with, hand drop supplies from a player. But here you're in total control. You can just drop supplies, build a node, drop supplies, build a node, and start ticking up these points for yourself. So hopefully that helps you level up classes in Hell Let Loose. I will see you guys on the battlefield. Wash your hands. Be safe. I'll catch you next time.